I sensed it the moment my wife's phone lit up with a name I hadn't seen in years. Raphael. A ghost from her past, smirking in his profile photo, sending emojis that didn't belong in our marriage. She had just stepped out of the shower when she saw the notification and froze, not even a full second, but long enough to make my stomach drop. "Who's that?" I asked, keeping my voice calm. "Just an old college friend." "Relax, love," she said, forcing a smile that didn't reach her eyes. "Relax." The words scraped down my spine like a blade. If I had understood then what she meant, I might have walked away right there. We'd been married nearly 2 years. Not flawless, but real. Ours. I wasn't the jealous type. I trusted her. But something in her voice, too breezy, too prepared, tightened my chest. She tucked the phone into her towel like she was hiding something fragile, something she didn't want me to see. 2 days later, her cousin invited us to a small family hangout at a loft downtown. "Just relatives," she'd said. "Some music, light drinks." But when we arrived, the scene was nothing like that. Strobe lights flashed. Bass shook the floor. People were pressed together, moving like they wanted the night to swallow them whole. Her grip on my hand stiffened. "I didn't think it would be this wild," she whispered. But she knew. I could see it in the way her eyes darted around, searching. And then she spotted him. Raphael. Tall. Too confident. The same arrogant grin that said he expected attention. He headed straight toward us, and I felt her breath catch, not from fear, but something darker. Anticipation. They hugged. Too close. Too familiar. He leaned in and murmured something that made her laugh, a sound I hadn't heard from her in months. "This is my husband," she said, as if introducing me to a co-worker, not the man she vowed forever to. "You're a lucky guy," Raphael said, shaking my hand with a bold, knowing smile. Her laughter kept spilling, louder, freer. She drifted toward him, wrapping her arms around his neck, as if it were the most natural thing in the world. His hands slid confidently along her waist. It wasn't dancing. It was a confession without words. Intimate, practiced, dangerous. I tried to dismiss the knot in my chest, tried to tell myself I was imagining it. But when I finally stepped forward, ready to confront her, someone else beat me to it. Her father. He stormed in late, maybe warned, maybe driven by instinct, and his voice tore through the music like a blade. "What do you think you're doing?" She froze. Raphael stepped back fast, suddenly aware of how exposed they were. "Dad, it's not," she began. "You're married," he barked. "Your husband is standing right there." The room went silent. Phones lowered. People stepped away as if the air itself had shifted. Embarrassment hit me so hard my hands shook. Her father looked at me then, his expression heavy with disappointment and sorrow. "I didn't raise her to behave like this, Lucas," he said quietly. "It isn't on you," I replied. He exhaled, defeated, then steered her toward the exit. She protested the entire way. "You're overreacting. It was just dancing." "No." Not when another man touched her like he was claiming her. We didn't ride home together. She didn't come home at all. The next morning she walked in wearing the same clothes, smelling faintly of someone else's cologne. No apology. No remorse. Just, "You're being dramatic." It was harmless. Harmless. I repeated. "You mean because I didn't sleep with him?" She interrupted, her tone icy. "It's not cheating unless clothes come off." I stared. The woman in front of me wasn't the woman I married. I unlocked her phone. Messages from Raphael filled the screen, flirty, intimate, crossing every line. Her replies were worse. "I miss the old us. You've changed. Lucas is boring. He doesn't make me feel alive." Alive. That single word burned. Grinding on him makes you feel alive? I asked softly. "Yes," she snapped. "At least he knows how to have fun." That was all I needed to hear. "Stop," I said, the calm in my voice surprising even me. "Whatever you think this marriage is, it isn't that." She shrugged. "So what? You're leaving?" "No," I said quietly. "You are." Her mask cracked. "What? You want freedom? Your ex?" "Fine. but not as my wife. For the first time, fear flickered across her face. Not fear of losing me, but fear of losing control. I stepped aside, gesturing toward the door. Take all the space you want, but I won't be waiting at the end. She left in stumbling steps, the truth finally catching up to her. Her father visited later, heavy with exhaustion. I don't recognize her anymore, he said. I'm ashamed of what you went through. You're not to blame, I told him. He nodded slowly. I just hope you find peace.
Peace.
Something I hadn't felt in far too long. I didn't know what came next, divorce, rebuilding, maybe something better down the line. But I did know one thing. The moment she told me to relax while hiding messages from Raphael, she stepped out of our marriage. And when her father had to pull her away from another man, the truth became impossible to ignore. Sometimes all it takes is one moment, one undeniable glimpse of who someone has become, to finally step through a door that should have been closed long ago.